live on this Whisker Wednesday or Hump Day or whatever you want to call it. Hope everybody is doing well here. All right, get that poll started. We're just going to start with Mr. Tang here today, who's getting high off of my feet apparently. Ain't that right, Mr. Tang? He says, yes, sir. That is correct. Me and my little red mousey. Or is this a cat? I don't know. I guess this is a cat, not a mouse. I always thought these were cats. Oh, well, anyways. Hello there, Bailey. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. Hello there, Bruce. I hope you're doing well also. Hope all of your kitties, excuse me, get off of Tang's butt. Hope all of your kitties are doing well. Sorry there. Got a little something stuck in my throat. Yes, Yoda, who normally is with Tang, as some of you know, Yoda decided to stay in the room with most of the other kitties today, so Tang's got this whole place to himself. So he's not going to have any little nutcase with him. He'll say, I get all the attention today. All of the attention indeed, he says. He says, look at me. You love me. All of your kitties morphed into one, and now are the size of the tiger. Nice, Bailey, nice. Hello there, John. Hope you're doing well. It reminds me, Bailey, of there used to be a cartoon show me and my wife would watch called something. I can't remember what it's called. But there was an episode where there was like this cat lady, and she had hundreds of cats, and they morphed into one big giant cat. It's crazy. Hello there, Triple B. Hope you're doing well there, Carol. Hope things are going well for you. Hello there, Betty. Hope you're doing well also. Tang, you always gotta rip at this carpet, don't you? When we get into our, when we eventually move, we might, hopefully we'll have a home that doesn't have any carpet. Because Tang really is anti-carpet. He's a very little destructive little turkey sometimes. Hello there, Icon. I hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. You know, a few days ago, maybe a few weeks ago, I was asking people, like, what was the last movie they remember seeing in the movie theater. And I don't remember some of the results because it's been a while, but I think my wife and I, we might go to the movies tomorrow. Triple B, Carol, yeah, we're doing good here. I don't remember. I think I showed some of you. I told you my neighbors, they have an above ground pool, even though they're not supposed to have an above ground pool. And I was just asking our HOA, like, what's the deal with this above ground pool? Because it's not supposed to be here. And they're like reassuring me, saying that we're taking care of it, don't worry. I'm like, okay. Well, it's definitely a hazard, though, and it's a safety problem. Hello there, Thorntail, and hello there, Weezer fan. I hope you both are doing well on this Wednesday. Bailey, the last movie you saw was the new Ghostbusters. Okay. I think the last Ghostbuster movie I saw was the second one. So it's been a while for me. I think Tang might be enjoying his little chinny chin chin rub here. Bailey, you want to see the Garfield movie, the new one? I think somebody was talking about that on this live a week ago, maybe. I can't remember who. Somebody asked me if I had any interest, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't like the voice of the Garfield. But this is definitely a little up close and personal with Tang at the moment. We can see if Tang has any acne. Does he have any acne? I don't think Tang has any acne anywhere. Hi, honey. I know you're a good little boy. Don't bite me. No biting allowed, honey. Not allowed. I think Tang is kind of shedding here a little bit. So, don't you think? Slightly. There. Oh, you got a little wig. Let's see, Triple B. They haven't made a good talking animal movie in a while, sadly. Cats and Dogs was your favorite. John, I did a video from my truck going to your bank with country music. It's got a copyright restriction, and Russia blocked it. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, John, I've noticed with like some of the shorts, like some of the music. YouTube bans a lot of stuff to not go into Russia because of the whole, Ukraine war situation. Do you not know what to do with this little toy? He says, I don't know what to do with this toy. I don't know if I want to bite this toy or more so just chew on your hand. Hopefully everybody's kitties are doing well. As always, if any of you have any, I don't know, maybe a question that you might are wondering, or your cat may be acting weird or doing something odd, feel free to put it in the chat. Bailey, you had a YouTube warning on one of your shorts from a year ago. They were going to delete it because of some random sound that you used. Bruce, I think you were saying yesterday that you were going to be doing some cat ear cleaning today. Was that correct? Yeah, I might start like okay, you survive. Definitely can be very tricky sometimes. You might lose some skin doing those activities from time to time. Hi, buddy. Let's see. So Carol, is that Skittles? Skittles had to go to the vet today. She stopped eating and peeing the last 2 days. Got a 2 week antibiotic shot in case of a UTI. Okay. Does that happen often, Carol? John, YouTube will put restrictions on a copyright background, but I've gotten you never gotten an actual strike. I've gotten one strike on this channel. I was using something that I thought was free because the thing with YouTube, you can like clip other people's content as long as it's like under the creative licensing. like most people under like the standard creative license, and I thought this channel was, but it wasn't. So after about a day or so, I got the copyright strike on it. So I've had one copyright strike on my channel, and it goes away in 90 days. So, but always be careful. So I've had that happen one time. Hello there, Sydney Cat. I hope you're doing well. First time, Carol, I keep misspelling her name. Skittles, okay. I thought it was Skittles. It looked like Skrittles or Scruddles, and I don't know if you were testing me because you know I don't know how to pronunciate very well, and I'm very terrible at certain words. So, hello there, Raymond. I hope you're doing well. Hope life's going well for you today. You're not sure, John, what a strike actually is. So, John, a strike is usually when another channel, when you're using another channel's content, and you're not getting permission to do that, and that's basically what a strike is. It's funny now that I'm in this program myself, I have the availability to see if other people are like using my own original audio or video, and I can put a claim on it if I so desire. And so far there's been one video that they're used a little bit of audio, but I allow everything, so it's all good to me. Hello there, Veronica. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. Been a little while. Are you still dealing with, I think it was a high blood pressure issue, Veronica? Hopefully that's gotten better since the last I spoke with you, or chatted with you, I guess. Hello there, No. I hope you're doing well today. We're just watching this little goofball Tang who's wanting to bite my skin. And I'll give him this. No, our kitties are doing well overall. Tang's doing some spring cleaning, so I'm going to kind of like take it away from him for just a second. Carol, no test, that's just your spelling. Okay. Veronica, always at work, care for a few minutes, no problem. Thorntel, your aunt has a pure black kitty cat. What is the kitty cat's name, Thorntel? Is it like a traditional name for a black cat, like Midnight? Or, I don't know, Phantom? You licking them toes, honey? Midnight, yeah, I thought I had a feeling it was Midnight. John, interesting. You use lots of bluegrass backgrounds recorded from another channel, but they're not her own material, just music from public festivals. Maybe, John, they don't care and they're good because maybe see, the thing with me is like if musicians, you do a short or a video or whatever, and it does well. And to me as a musician, I would want that because I want more people to be listening to my stuff. That's kind of how I think about it, at least. So I wouldn't be doing like strikes and stuff like that. I would like, the more people that can hear my music, the better. Bailey, I don't know if you were on when I was talking about this earlier, but yeah, I mean, for myself at least, my wife and I probably are going to go to the movie. Probably go see Inside Out 2. We normally see a lot of animated movies, but it's been so long since there's been a decent animated movie, and we've heard good things of that one so far. Kristen, you got 5 black kitties, 2 gray tabbies, and 1 brown tabby. What are their names, Kristen? And Kristen, if I'm remembering correctly, how are things going out there in Texas for you? Bruce, you're related to a well-known singer. Can you divulge on who that is? Are you at liberty to say? Or before you actually say anything, Bruce, unless you're already typing it, it'd be interesting if people could guess who that singer is. Could you tell us like what the genre, like what they sing? That could be an interesting little game on the chat here. Hi, Tang. All right, we're gonna probably hang with Tang for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna go check out some others. Country music. Okay, is it a Bailey's just guessing here automatically. Is the person a male or a female? Hello there, Tranquil. I hope you're doing well. Kristen, things are going well. You may get some rain hopefully in these next few days. I completely agree. It's a male. Okay. Um, is the singer still like a current singer, like somebody that's having albums and has songs out now, or somebody not so, not as much? Are they somebody kind of like in the past, or are they somebody that's like presently singing songs? Thorntel saying Upchurch. I don't even know who that even is. I don't know new country. I know like country from the 2000 and like before the 2000s. Not as much. My guess would be then Tim McGraw. Oh, Sydney Cat, I had a question for you. How is Sydney Cat doing? Because I know you said you're kind of going a little less with the albacore, the turkey. How is she doing with that? I'm assuming Sydney Cat's a girl. Let's see, what are those names? You got Monkey, Mocha, Maui, Mochi, Penelope, Alex. I like the easy names. Miko, Lulu. Okay, that's all. Okay, it's not too bad. I might have butchered one of those names or two. Oh, the Tangster. Come here, Tang. Oh. Oh, Ting Tang. Sydney Cat, she is complaining when she goes into the kitchen. Looks at you with contempt. And then she's good. Okay. She might eventually try to hypnotize you there, Sydney. Raymond was saying Garth Brooks. I was thinking Brooks too. I don't know if Brooks is even around anymore. Like, does Garth Brooks still play music, or does he still have like songs? I guess albums. Bailey said Luke Bryan's. Dwight Yoakam. Okay, okay. Yeah, Dwight Yoakam's he's definitely an older. I'll be honest with you, I don't know any Dwight Yoakam songs. I have no idea. I know the name, but I don't know the person really. Kristen, glad to see that your feed is picking up in viewers. Well, you know, it comes and it goes, Kristen. I've noticed with these lives, you know, you have higher view counts, you have lower view counts. It's definitely up and down. It's just like everything else. You know, sometimes your videos do well, sometimes your shorts do well, sometimes your stuff does poor. It's all like, it seems like a crapshoot. I do think though that something that's a little bit different though with these live streams is as you build kind of a relationship, rapport with people that are coming in, you kind of get to know them and they get to know you like more personally. And I think that can just develop like, you know, a bond between the person in the live stream and then the people that are watching. I think you just kind of develop a relationship kind of organically or naturally that way. So, I mean, I definitely noticed that, you know, I have a good amount of regulars who enjoy the content and enjoy watching the kitties and listening to me babble for an hour. And it's always nice when it could be the pool. Let me, yeah, okay. So, like I was saying a little earlier, our neighbors there have an above ground pool, as you all can see. And hopefully they're draining it, because in this community we are not supposed to have above ground pools. They're tacky, first of all. They're it's a safety hazard too. You could have some kid or something go over here and they could drown, and then what? Then you're gonna get sued. So hopefully they're actually starting to drain this pool. It should have never been erected to begin with. Okay, let's go on back over here. Carol, yes, Tang does have, orange tabbies in general. They have that beautiful coat and that beautiful marking, I would say. Oh, you got that big mouth, you got something good sniffing. Don't you love that when cats, they smell something really odd or weird, or they really got to smell it more, they got to start opening their mouths up? Tranquil, your mother was a huge Elvis Presley fan. It's like, I mean, really, who wasn't or isn't an Elvis fan? I mean, he's so iconic. John, do your live streams have horrible quality once you're done and they're posted on YT? Your first one was fine while recording, but then it was terrible when it uploaded. No, John, I don't think it is. I think usually my quality, like after the fact, is usually good too. But we do have like very high internet service though too. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I haven't noticed that being an issue. It's like, let's watch Ting, watch this guy do something with this pool. I don't know about y'all, but I'm always interested in watching people. That's why I love going to an airport. Airports are really neat to me because you just people watch the whole time. Kristen, you call it the funky face when they smell something and do something with their nose and open their mouth, All right, I don't know what this person's. Maybe they're trying to put a cover on it or something. All I know is it's got to come down. If not, unfortunately, because it kind of directly affects us a little bit because we're their neighbor, and it's like, I don't care for this. All right, you all say goodbye to Tang. We're gonna go and visit some other kitties. We might see Tang again before the end of the hour. Bye, Tang. Bye, buddy. Let's roll in here for a little bit. Oh my goodness. Look at all these cats we got going on here. It's a busy bed. John, your other video and shorts are great. Just the live stream has atrocious quality. It was a practice run, so you'll look into it. Okay. Carol, cat friends do the same thing when people are watching. Yeah, so on here, name that cat. Can anybody name all these cats? Does anybody know in chat who these 5 are? These particular 5? At least they're kind of peacefully, they're kind of like they're in the shape of, I was going to say a pentagram for a second, but believe me, we don't do that kind of thing around here. The pentagon shape is what I was going to say, almost like a star. Cat friends, I was at batting cage once, and dad and daughter, dad won't play. Nice. Let's see, Bruce, so the baby, yep, Max, yep, Tiny, nope, not Tiny, Pandora, and Zelda. So you got 4 out of 5 right, Bruce. Yep, Carol, you got it with Yoda. He was opening up his gigantic mouth to all to see. He let those flies in, don't you, Yoda? We will go over to Tiny, though, for a moment. Because this is the only time we get to see Tiny, because she's stuck in this tote when I do these lives during the week. Oh, well, speaking of Kit, her new thing of coming out from under the bed, because she's like, I need some attention. If you happen to be new to this live stream, or new to me, new to these cats, hello, hello, my name is Adam, aka Catattainment. We have 9 cats here. If you are new, say hello if you don't mind. It's always appreciated, but you don't have to. I just always like to acknowledge those who are watching and, hopefully see value and, a laugh or kind of some heartwarming stuff with kitties, fellow cat parents that are out there. He's a good girl, Tine. Yes, as you all can see, Kit here, she's definitely like a butt cat, and she's a shoulder cat, so you go to the butt, and then you go to the shoulder, and then you go to the butt, and then you go to the shoulder. He likes. Bye, Kit. Tiny does not seem amused with my shenanigans here at the moment. Oh, Tiny, that's not weighing your head down that much. Hi, monkey head. Okay, I'll leave you be. Let's head over here. This is your monkey anyways, isn't it? He says, yes, that's my monkey. Get it away from that little tuxedo. Baby. No. Baby's not happy right now. Kit, since when are you up here? Do you feel left out? Now we got 6 cats on this bed. I think the most cats we've ever had on this bed has been actually 8. We wouldn't dare try to throw Rosemary in there because it would be a disaster of epic proportions, but we have had the other 8 all hanging on this bed together. Bless you, Tiny. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, John. I know. Could you imagine having a bunch of little kittens and you'd have about like maybe 20, 30 little kittens on a bed like this? And the bed would be moving? It'd be crazy. Kit, how you doing, honey? Zeus, who's a good girl? Kristen, to answer your question, the tabby that I'm petting right now, this one, she's 19. Some folks always are surprised, as I am, if I'm being honest, on how well Zelda looks at her age. Bailey, good thing your sofa is comfortable to sleep on. Yes, definitely I will say, me and my wife, we definitely have to kind of maneuver sometimes during the night because certain kitties have their certain spots, and then we have to kind of contort ourselves somewhat around them. John, it took you 3 years to get a picture of all your kitties together up on the shelf. That one picture, that is a nice picture, John. I know the picture you're talking about. I want to say I think I've seen it on a community post at one point in time, or maybe that's the picture that you emailed me at one point in time. Bruce, good idea having all the kitties come to me. I don't know about that. That may not be a good idea. All right, let me kind of move around. I try to like to give all the kitties, you know, a fair share of attention and time. People can ask questions, or, you know, I know certain cats have their those who like to see certain kitties. The baby here, she's looking a little grumpy. Oh, it's getting a little dark. Let me try to lighten that up. There we go. Hi, little girl. I know, baby, you have a little video. We'll see how it goes. Of climbing on my pants, or up my leg, or trying to. Bailey, Yoda is your favorite? I think, Bailey, to be honest, I think like Yoda here, or Rosemary, or Pandora are, I think, definitely the favorites for most folks. I kind of like how Adam showcases his cats. He's such a proud cat papa. Well, you know, I mean, yeah, it's like it's about kitties, so I, you know, definitely like to, you know, show them off and occasionally get somebody new here, and you know, maybe they'll become, you know, kind of a member, or not a member because I don't have channel memberships at the moment, but I can, but I'm thinking about that. But you know, that's for another time and another place. But you know, I mean, it's like, who doesn't love kitties, right? If you don't love cats, or if you don't like dogs, if you don't like kids, then I don't know, there's something wrong with you. And I wouldn't want to be around you. Baby, you gotta go that way, honey. All right, let's get the camera off of your butt, because ain't nobody want to see your hiney, honey. Max is kind of doing his snake impression here, in which we have his chin, and he kind of pulls his chin out like this. He always looks like a bit of a snake. He's always a bit snaky looking. Carol, all gorgeous, agreed. You don't trust people that don't like animals. Yeah. Bruce can't imagine 630 or 35 cats on one bed. That would be quite a lot, for sure. John, Itzer and Ravenpo were on the nightstand where you had the beer in a glass, and something happened. Itzer jumped and knocked over the beer. Oh goodness, all over Ravenpo. Oh, and you had to give him a bath. How did that go? Oh, I know, Maximus. I guess we'll see if Bailey. I know Bailey's. I always just remember Bailey when I'm by Max, because Bailey's like, I think, the biggest Max fan that I have. She's all Max when she comes in. So we'll see if she pops in or not. Let me come over to Pandora over here. I guess that's her greeting to you all, is a big yawn. Pandora has a medical appointment next Wednesday, so in a week. Yeah, right, because today's the 3rd, I think. So she has an appointment in a week where we have to check her blood again. So she's got all her blood work that needs to be done again, and hopefully we'll get some good results and she'll be off of certain medications. Sydney Katz, you had a workmate. That's a weird way of saying it. A workmate, a coworker, come to your house for a project, and he said he dislikes kitty. You taught him. I caught him. Oh, you caught him
Giving a cat before Sydney cat a kick. He thought he was not watching him. I kicked him out of the house. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sydney. Saw Cats for Nelson. Yep, Luis. Yep, she was on here for a little bit. Luis is definitely a good cat parent. I know Luis is talking about adopting, bringing in another one to her group. She's talking about getting a sixth kitty. And like I would tell anybody else, I mean, as long as you can financially accept it and all that stuff, and it's doable for you. You have the funds for it, then go for it. John, it wasn't easy, but I needed to get all of the beer off of Ravenpo. Alcohol is not good for cats. Even licking it off their fur. Bathed them, dried them, and he wasn't happy. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, and cats, cats and dogs, they can kind of give you a warning on if people are not good usually. If they tend to stay away from people that you might bring over, then that's usually a telltale sign that, hey, if your kitty or if your doggy, hides or something, then maybe they're not going to be a trustworthy person. Because I definitely 100% believe that animals, whether it's cats or dogs, I'm going to just limit it to those two, they can tell, they can sense stuff about humans that we are just blind to, or we just don't want to accept, or we don't like follow our intuition with. 100% believe that. And I would also put like kids in that same category, like kids like under, like say from 4 or 5 to about 7 or 8. If a kid has an odd feeling about somebody, then there might be an issue. Because kids, like to me, kids and cats and dogs are kind of, when they're young enough, they still kind of have that. There's something about them. They have like this sense that we seem to lose as we become adults, but the kids still have it, and they just have this like radar that they can just tell. Innocence, I suppose. You gonna bite me, honey? You gonna bite me? You gonna bite me? Bite me? Bite me? Your first cat name Skittles I had when you were 20. Would poop on your boyfriend's pillow. That's funny. That's funny. He had to go. That's a very direct situation going on there. That's funny. All right, I'm gonna check the baby out. You're gonna get the litter shot a little bit, but the baby might start to chase her tail. Maybe. Do any of your kitties really do this? She was gonna do it for a second, but something spooked her where they start to chase that tail. I swear I sometimes think cats don't know that they have tails, and they're wondering like, what is this following me? They catch it every so often. They get it. They get like an eye shot of it. They see it, right, and then they got to get it. I'm sure some of your kitties probably do that. Maybe some more than others. I don't want to spook her. If she gets going a little bit more, I'll try to get a little closer to her without her stopping. And then Kit here is like wondering what in the world is that cat doing over there. Although Kit, you chase your tail too, and it always looks funny though because you kind of roll around like a little roly poly. Don't you, kid? Hi, Green Eyes. I guess the baby's just licking it right now. Bailey, there's actually a condition that cats have, where their tail has a mind of their own. Could be. Tranquil, you had one kitty that would chase their tails. Hello there, Irma. I hope you're doing well. Excuse me, John, your cat way back would throw up on anything that your wife liked, and your wife had to go and see. Well, it happens, I guess, huh? All right, Yoda. Let's take a little look at you. You and your little... A lot more people are starting to call him Batman. See if anybody wants to try to get a better shot here. Oh, Tiny, it woke you up, huh? You're like, ooh, what is this? I like the little feather. Max, are you interested? You're like, I'm kind of interested, but I don't know what to do with this thing. Kind of scares me a little bit. I don't know if I want to play with this or not. Little Chunky. Tranquil, Miracle's always, people have said that Miracle has that Batman face too. Tiny kind of has a Batman face, but Tiny's face is a little bit more chunky than Yoda. See if the baby wants anything over here. Is she just... Hi, baby. What's that? Baby. Baby. Meh. Baby. Baby. Ah. Baby. Hi. Are you done? Meh. Hi. My wife and I, sometimes the baby, depending on how she's looking, how she's laying, I should say, she looks like a stuffed animal. I don't know what y'all think. Does she look like a stuffed animal? She just sometimes doesn't seem like she's actually a real cat. She just seems like she's just a stuffed animal. So we've, not to get too morbid here, but, obviously the baby eventually will pass on. And we've cremated all of our kitties before. But maybe we would stuff the baby. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think about that. I mean, I'm sure y'all have either cremated or buried your kitties, doggies, so forth. John, I know you have a whole cemetery. Not a whole cemetery, but you got like a whole part of, kitties that passed on, like a little family cemetery that you got. I know we've spoken about before. But would anybody stuff their kitties? Or is that just a little too creepy? The baby also is very awkward when it comes to playing. She doesn't know how to play properly. And this is how she's been her whole life. I mean, she's 13 now, but even when she was a little kitten, it's like she just doesn't know what she wants to do with the toy. Raymond, no, Norman Bates. Yeah, I don't know. Because she's so like a stuffed animal, but we probably wouldn't do that. I mean, we have like our little, shrine, and we probably would continue. John, you thought about stuffing Figaro, but then you thought it was too strange. Yeah, it definitely is a little odd.
But I know there's people that have done that. You're so awkward, honey. So awkward. Carol, not too creepy, but it would be too heartbreaking. Is your biggest thought on that? John, but it was hard burying him. He was so gorgeous. Tranquil, a long time ago, used to Tranquil had a pet cemetery. It was expensive, so you started to use your own woods. Raymond, Adam, look at a company called Cuddle Clones. They will make a stuffy replica that's very Cuddle Clones. Okay, I'll take a look at it, Raymond. I'm always curious to look at different things. I was gonna think for a second, Cuddle Clones. Are they actually like a cloning company? They just clone your. What do you think? What do y'all think about that? Would you clone a deceased cat that passed on? Would you ever think about cloning one? Tranquil, you can hardly look at your pictures of your kitties after they're gone. I'll tell you what, Tranquil, like every so often on these lives, I go over to like our shrine that has all the ones that passed on. And my wife said today, actually, when I go over there, because normally she kind of follows along with the lives. But when I go over there, she normally just doesn't watch because she's, not really, she just doesn't want to watch that part. So, no, I understand. Okay, we're going to say goodbye to these 6, and we're going to go in with Rosemary. We'll see if she's in the sync or not. So we'll say goodbye to little Yoda here, to the baby, to Tyne. Kit, it looks like back under the bed. So we'll say goodbye to Maximus. We'll say goodbye to Pandora. And then we'll say goodbye to the sleeping Zelda. Now that's a good picture, I think. That's an adorable little picture of Zelda and her little monkey. Okay. Let me quickly kind of see what people are saying. Carol, you would not clone because you believe they have a spirit and a soul. And part of them is in heaven waiting for you to join them. I completely agree with you on that, Carol. It's just an interesting, kind of an interesting question. You do wonder, though, in all seriousness, has there been, cats that have been cloned through scientific stuff right now? Because they've cloned sheep and they've cloned things like that. Apparently, Rosemary is outside, thankfully. It's been a while since I've been outside with her.
Yep.
Hello there, Jesse. Do you get a cat hammock? Well, Jesse, to answer your questions, we have a couple of cat hammocks. So that would be a yes. Oh. Hey, honey. Yeah, what is it, human? You got that bloody camera on me again, huh? Bruce, you changed your mind. You won't stuff them. John, you're okay now that they passed and all together, but the dying process was very hard. Cats and your parents, very hard. Absolutely. Barbara Streisand had her 3 dogs cloned. Barbara Streisand's still alive? He must be like 100 or something. Jesse, she, Rosemary, she,
I'm interrupting her melting session. Recently, with poor little old Rosemary here, whenever she's been outside and I try to film her outside, she goes back inside. I am going to come a little closer to her. Hey girl, he's okay. I'm little old Rosemary. I have a hard life out here. These humans, they don't feed me all the time like I want it. And they've yet to put a sink in my bedroom, which I don't care for. And they don't allow me to be out here all day and all night. Hopefully the phone can survive. It's not too hot out here, but hopefully the phone doesn't shut down. Jesse, do I believe in declawing cats? Absolutely not. 100% no, and I think it's a horrible situation, and we live in a country, I don't know if you live in the United States or not, but if you do, we live in a country where only 2 or 3 states have outlawed declawing. I think it's a horrible, brutal act. It's amputation of 10 fingers. So no, I absolutely 20 fingers potentially if you declaw the back too. So I do not. I hope you do not either. John, you won't even trim your cat's nails? No, John, we're a little different with that. I mean, we will trim our cat's nails on occasion because sometimes they do get a little too sharp where they're starting to get like their claws stuck, and that could, it could hurt them potentially with like the carpet and stuff like that. So we on occasionally we will trim them a little bit. We won't like trim them too far, because there's always, you got the quip to deal with, but we take kind of the edge off of them a little bit. Hi, honey. Jesse, I'm glad to hear that you don't do declawing either. Yeah, I don't understand how declawing is not illegal. I mean, it's illegal in certain other countries. I don't get it. I just feel like there's a lot of people that just don't understand. Again, I mean, I've talked about this before, not to sound like a broken record, of course, but sometimes repetition is what is needed in today's world. Where people, I just don't think they understand. Again, I'm going to use my finger as an example, and most of you have already seen this already, but imagine if you had a surgery, you wake up, and this part of your finger is gone. It's just not, you're just not taking the nail out. You're taking a part of bone out. So I think in the future I definitely will do some more educational type videos about that kind of stuff, shorts and videos. I hope they do okay. I have a feeling sometimes it seems like when you do educational related stuff with cats, it just does not seem to do well because people do not want to watch that kind of stuff. People want to watch the silly, lighthearted, goofy moments of cats. But that's just me. John, you have no carpet, and you're careful not to leave anything around that can catch a claw while you're away. Well, John, I know you're a good cat parent, so I'm not concerned about that. Just my own preference. We have to trim their nails on occasion, certain ones. Hey, honey, I know. I gotta pet you every so often, Rosemary, to make sure that you're still alive. Because you look very just melted down here on the ground. Hi. You want to smell this? Does that smell good? You're looking majestic as always, aren't you, honey? Yes, you are. You're looking like a good little girl. Yep, you gotta get up and turn around. Go back to sleep, huh? Irma, yeah, we have warm weather here. We're probably right now, I think we're like 80 something, but with the heat index, we're probably in the 90s. And the next couple of days, I want to say, with the heat index, we're probably in the hundreds. So we're definitely warm. Warm slash hot. It's definitely getting to the dog days of summer. I don't know if you're familiar with that term or not. I don't know if they use a term like that out in the, Finland, out in those Scandinavian countries or not, but those dog days of summer. Tranquil, 99 degrees out there in Louisiana. Whew. Y'all are burning. Hey, honey. 112 with the heat index. Yeah. It's rough. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, especially Tranquil when you go out for your walks with Miracle. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you stay hydrated with water, stuff like that. But, Irma, you have 70 degrees? I would trade that in a second. um, John, we got a little rain out here. I don't know if you all did up in Virginia, you and Bailey. But we got a little bit of rain a few days ago for a few hours. I don't know if it traveled up north or if it was just going out more to the coast and just out to sea. But we are going to start wrapping this up. I'm just going to wrap this up a little earlier because I do want to briefly talk about something, and I'm sure most of you know this. So obviously tomorrow is the 4th of July. And this is the time of the year where people like to go boom. They like to blow stuff up. They like to be, well, stupid. I hate to say it, but it's true. So, especially if you have kitties, doggies, stuff like that, make sure, that they're in a safe, secure area. Make sure that they can't get out because every year there are literally hundreds and hundreds of cases of cats and dogs that are scared because of the noise, and they get out of their house and they're gone. So always just be careful about that kind of stuff. For ourselves, we just kind of hunker down, and all of our kitties pretty much hunker with us. They either hide under the beds or they kind of climb up with us because they're afraid of the noise. They don't like it. Yeah, Irma, to answer your question, they're definitely afraid of the noise. They hate it. I mean, I hate it for them. And it goes on for hours and hours and hours. And you have gunshots and you have stuff like that also. And, people shooting up in the air. And it's like, people, that bullet goes somewhere, right? It just doesn't disappear into the atmosphere and just gone. It will come down. Every year there's death. As Rosemary's giving us her third eyeball there, third eyelid. Rosemary, though, doesn't have to worry about any of that stuff because little old Rosemary is deaf, so she won't know what's going on. And we could have a hurricane going, right through that neighborhood, and she would be like just whistling Dixie. She would like just be eating her food. She'd be happy and content because she couldn't hear nothing. But anyways, on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Let me start saying goodbyes to everybody. Sydney, Irma, Tranquil, John, Icon, if you're still hanging with me here. Raymond, if you're still hanging here. Bruce, Carol, Jesse, if you're still hanging here. I think that's everybody that I know of. I'm just kind of scrolling up in the chat just in case I'm not missing anybody. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you all have a safe night. I will be live tomorrow, just in case you're wondering. I will be live tomorrow. Congratulations, Irma, on celebrating your 9th birthday of your kitty. Is that Ice, I think? Uh, and yeah, adopt a cat if you can. An older kitty, preferably, as always. I will always say that. And I guess that's about it. So, take care. God bless. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Or maybe I won't see all of you. Maybe I'll see some of you. But I'll be on tomorrow regardless. Once you start doing these lives daily, you just kind of get into a habit of doing them. So, on that note, you all take care. God bless. And have a good one. You say bye-bye, Rosie. He says bye, people. There you go. There's a little meow for Rosie.